Okay, you guys, welcome back. In this video, we're learning everything you need to get started in DaVinci Resolve. We're going to look at how to launch the program, how to create bins and get our footage imported and get ourselves organized so that we're ready to start editing. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we are going to open up the program. So go into your applications, find your DaVinci Resolve, click on it, fire it up. And the first thing that's going to happen here is we get this window where we have some options. So we can see down here that says new project or open. So I've got a whole bunch of existing projects that I've worked on in the past. I got a ton of stuff here, but if you just installed your program, you might not have anything yet. So what we're going to do is go down here and we're going to click new project. Okay. And then this window comes up. So let's give it a name. Let's call this DaVinci Test Edit 1, for example. Okay, and if you want to choose a location to save it to, you can keep it where it is, but a lot of times I save this stuff to a hard drive, so I'm going to hit change location. And I'm going to save this to this external hard drive. That way I just always know where my stuff is and it's saved to a hard drive and not, bogging down the memory on my computer. So I'm going to click that hard drive and I'm going to click open. And then over here, I'm going to click create. Great. So now that DaVinci's open, as we've talked about in some other videos, I'll just quickly mention again, you have these tabs down here that are the main areas that we're going to be working in. So we've got your media pool over here for importing. We've got your cut tab over here. So this is for cutting up your footage and getting organized that way. This is our edit tab. This is the main spot we're going to be working in. We're going to be doing pretty much the bulk of everything we need in this area. Fusion, this is your After Effects type stuff, visual effects and text effects type stuff. Over here is your color panel. We're going to do a ton of stuff in here as well. And then audio, this is called Fairlight. So this is a very important section as well for cleaning your audio. And then this is your Deliver tab over here. This is everything we need for exporting the final video. Okay, now, because this video is getting ourselves set up and ready to edit, I'm going to actually go over here to the Edit tab. Okay, and as I've explained before, you could import here in this first one, in this area called the Media tab. But again, you have a media pool in all of these sections. So I go right to my Edit tab. I go right here because then I'm going to import my stuff in this media pool. Okay, so now that we're ready to go and we're in the Edit tab, I'm going to go over here to the Media pool and I'm going to create what's called bins to organize my footage. So I'm going to right click or control click on a Mac and I'm going to click on where it says New Bin. And the way that I do this for most of my projects, and especially commercial projects, is I'm going to label this one as speaking. So this is whoever's speaking on camera. I'm going to put that footage here. Then I'm going to do another folder. So I'm going to right click. I'm going to hit new bin. And then I'm going to call this one B-roll. So all my B-roll is going to go in here. Okay. And for now, that's all I need. Sometimes there's going to be other things that I need to make. I might need to make one for just audio. Maybe there's one I want to make for effects or overlays or things that I put in. So you can really make as many of these as you want to get yourself organized. For now, I'm just going to go with B-roll and speaking, and I'll explain why. I'm actually going to start with the speaking folder. So I'm going to double click that. Then I'm going to go to my files and I'm going to find the shot of my speaker. Okay, so I have a shot sort of ready to go here. I'm going to import that. And all you have to do in this section is just drag and drop. Okay, you could go back here and go File, Import, and then find your footage that way. You'd click on Media, and then you'd go find all your files. But you don't need to do that extra step. You can actually just drag and drop. Okay, so I'm going to drag this in, and it gave us a little note, change project frame rate. I do not, because if I didn't touch anything to begin with, my timeline is in 20, it is in 24 already. So I'm going to click don't change. I'm going to leave it the way it is. And now I have my speaker in here, okay? Now, the other thing I'm going to add to this is I do have an audio file from the microphone that she was speaking into, and because this folder is for speaking, I'm including the audio, and I'll explain why. So I'm going to dump the audio file in here. Now, I'm gonna also bring in some B-roll, and we'll come back to the speaking, and I'll explain why I put the audio in here as well. Okay, but quickly, so we go to B-roll, to that folder or bin, and I'm gonna actually just highlight and drag in all of my B-roll that's here and ready to go. There's some speaking that I don't want. I'm gonna go with just what looks like B-roll here. Let's take this, let's take this, and let's take this, and maybe this one, okay? And then all I gotta do is drag it in, and now I've got my B-roll in the folders. Okay, so the B-roll is good to go. We're gonna go back over here to my speaking folder. What I wanna do is, before I move on too far, I wanna sync up my nice audio to the video. Okay, and DaVinci, it's really easy to do this. All you have to do is highlight the two tracks. Okay, so I'm highlighting the audio file and highlighting the video file. Then I'm gonna right click, okay, and then over here it says audio sync and auto audio sync. It's that simple. Just click on it. It's gonna take a read of both WAV files. Over here where it says timecode, click on it and then waveform. You want it to read the waveforms, because in this case I'm not doing timecode. Waveform is the one to click. It's going to read the waveforms from both files. You hit sync. It's going to do its thing. And there we go. So now my nice footage here has the nice audio connected to it.
For us, the fire department is not too far away. They were able to come on scene.
Okay, and there we go. So really, it's as simple as that. I'm organized, I have my bins, I've imported my footage, and essentially, I'm ready to start my edit process.